People say, oh, you don't like China. I like China. China. I love China. China all the time.
GM, let's talk about China coins. Now in this one, what we're seeing right now is a big uptick in the East. Whatever the West can do, we can do better. BlackRock wants to file an ETF, while HSBC have already started trading an ETH and BTC ETF out in Hong Kong. So the crypto landscape moving very rapidly here. So let's keep updated with the top coins from this China narrative. And so if you enjoyed this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and drop me a comment down below. What's your favorite Chinese coin? So as we can see from this, we have a top 3 selection from the Chinese narrative. We're going to pick the number 1 straight out the gates here, and this is my favorite coin in this narrative and one I've allocated quite heavily to. It is, if you know the logo, Conflux network. Conflux is an Alt L1. This is both a proof of work and proof of stake chain. It's a very interesting one. If we just jump into the chart here on Conflux, it is down recently, coming off the highs. It's had a few hiccups here and there, mainly to do with the ecosystem. There was the Trust Reserve team, who are the creators of CNHC, an offshore Chinese stablecoin. They were arrested as of, a couple weeks back, and this put a bit of a dent in confidence into the Conflux network. But I think things continue in the same vein as they were before, and this one should go from strength to strength. Market cap $400 million. You can see the circulating supply to the total supply there. Quite a bit of inflation yet to come, but you can get pretty good staking rewards, somewhere in the region of like 12-13% on this one if you do want to stake some CFX. There is the chart for the max period there. It's seen close to 1 billion in market cap, but I expect this to go a lot higher with the Chinese narrative taking full effect. Now this would be an infrastructure play, and it has many connections to China. This team here is building from a Shanghai base, and they're founded by a load of Chinese blockchain experts, including Turing Award laureate Andrew Yao. So some very smart cookies on the team, and they've received numerous bits of support from the Shanghai government with a direct investment of $5 million US equivalent. As they state in the blue quote, it's a key innovative blockchain platform. Very interesting indeed. They have high profile partnerships with Baidu, the leading Chinese search engine, also Little Red Book. Some call this the Instagram equivalent over in China, allowing for Conflux based NFTs on their platform. As of late, they've had some crazy updates here with the B-SIM, which is a blockchain SIM card released in a partnership with China Telecom. So think of the Solana phone. You actually need to go and buy a whole device, cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but this is just a SIM card that has crypto capabilities within it, access to DeFi applications, file storage, things like NFTs, the ability to do digital identification, those kind of things. So one of the biggest telecom solutions in China partnering with Conflux, that is no small apples. Also in the blue down here, launched in 2018, Conflux is a layer 1 blockchain that claims to be the only regulatory compliant public blockchain in China, and has collaborated with a number of enterprises and government entities on blockchain and metaverse initiatives over there. So rather big stuff. Interesting to get the nod from China more broadly. And you can see from the ecosystem a load of dApps being built out on here, and it is in the early infancies as well. So there's things like derivatives and on-chain borrowing lending protocols coming to the fore in the next few months. And you can even on and off ramp directly from a Binance account to Conflux as of an update over the last month or so. Then just today, this news recently dropped, which was DWF Labs. This is one of the upcoming market makers in the space who are doing a lot of investments as well. They just plowed another 18 million into the Conflux network token. Probably got a bit of a discount OTC there, but still this shows there's a lot of confidence in this network and investors are seeing a big opportunity with Conflux. So that is my number 1 pick, a big infrastructure play, and the ecosystem more broadly I will be making small bets in as well to hopefully stack more CFX tokens. Now number 2 here, another Chinese metaverse company this time, is Sanbox. I'm putting Sanbox is the second pick in here, doing very big things. Now Sanbox pretty much is the bellwether for the metaverse space. I believe it will be the biggest, most well-funded and complete metaverse into this next cycle. And Sanbox is headquartered in Hong Kong. Market cap 700 mil. Yep, quite a bit of inflation to come, not quite a 2x in terms of a number of tokens coming out, but a decent amount of dilution possible for this one. But that didn't stop it running up like crazy in the last bull market, over $6 billion there in market cap was achieved. It did actually come down to around 600 million, currently set at around 790. But a lot has gone on during this bear market that makes me bullish on Sand, including this. The Chinese government is actually actively investing into metaverse. The industry broadly in China is expected to grow around 40% on a year-over-year basis, which is pretty damn incredible. And it says the country's metaverse spend will increase by 500% from 76 billion to almost $500 billion by the year 2030. Crazy, crazy stuff. So metaverse is going to be big business out in China. So the Sandbox is really building out some crazy experiences here. And when you think about the social media in China, by all reports, things like their TikTok are very much educational, whereas in the West, it's pretty much a pollutant to your mind. And on Sandbox, there's a lot of initiatives to actually get creative things built out, learning materials and all that good stuff. And we're seeing huge partnerships, Warner Group Music, new upcoming games. You got brands, people like Paris Hilton building out on here. You can even see Mr. Snoop Dogg with the Snoopverse is on here as well. And recently there was a collaboration between the Sandbox and Hong Kong. So they're doing big things out in that region of the world. And as we know, this is kind of the stepping stone into China mainland and that kind of adoption. And if we just scroll through this thread here, it says, look, the Sandbox here is celebrating metaverse and they want to become one of the biggest metaverse pioneers and really push for development of the metaverse in this region. They're publicly stating they have a China strategy for 2023, importing loads of new partners, builders, physical offices and locations, and getting into bed with local key stakeholders. So they're creating the mega city. This is going to be one of their new land plots that has just recently actually been on sale. And they're partnering with Hong Kong locals in the film, music, entertainment, acting, professional services, finance, real estate, and gaming sectors, just to name a few in there. So mega city, I guess, loosely based on Hong Kong coming to the fore. So on their website, they actually show off some of their partners. These are key institutions: the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and the U-Wing Entertainment Group, who plan to bring metaverse concerts, festivals, and events to the Sandbox. So Sandbox here with deep ties in Hong Kong. Moving on, the third choice here, if you recognize this logo, it is Alchemy Pay. A bit of a picks and shovels play here and a bit of an under the radar one as well. Let's jump in. So what is Alchemy Pay? Well, this is essentially an off and on ramp from fiat to crypto, and they have some interesting, very interesting partnerships to say the least. Around half of the tokens are actually in circulation, but the market cap is just $100 million. FDV, 200 mil. If we pull this out to max, and you can see the market cap over the last cycle, it reached around 350 at the peak there. But I think this one has a hell of a long ways to go. Back here, there weren't that many partnerships in play, but now they have tons. So this is a Singapore-based company, and they say they're a payment gateway that seamlessly connects crypto and fiat for business, developers, and users. Now, let's look at the partnerships here. Crazy stuff. Alchemy Pay recently partnered with MasterCard, so became a recognized MasterCard compliant registered service provider. So if MasterCard serves you, Alchemy Pay can now tap into that, making this a global network and an easy on and off ramp. Very early in this year, around January of 2023, Visa announced Alchemy Pay as an official service provider as well. So to have MasterCard and Visa both in the back pocket here, this means Alchemy Pay can literally convert your crypto to fiat with any merchant that accepts those payment means. And I personally don't know of any merchants that don't accept MasterCard or Visa. They're the gold standard. Within that, you can see the bottom sentence, a significant sign of progress for on and off ramps, and recently launched NFT checkout service as well. So trying to tap into the NFT industry. Now thinking about things, the on and off ramps have been a major issue. Loads of banks trying to cut off crypto, you know, Operation Choke Point and Choke Point 2.0, etc. But Alchemy Pay is progressing a lot here. They, in April, had Alchemy Pay in Hong Kong, a real marketing campaign out there, providing loads of information at conferences, and they were showcasing their tech out in Hong Kong with the expectation a Hong Kong-based license may be to come also. This again would be a major stepping stone into cracking mainland China, and you can see how this could piece together on not only an Asian-based narrative here with China and, you know, connecting all those retail participants who may come in and push these crypto markets up massively, but this could be a worldwide thing, as you can see. MasterCard and Visa are synonymous with payments no matter where you're from. So if Alchemy is the on and off ramp that can capture a small amount of all of this, they will do exceptionally well. Bit of time travel now back to August of 2021. In the previous market cycle, when it went up like this, it was pretty much off the back of the Binance payments integration alone. So to have Visa and MasterCard in a subsequent cycle to this one, I think is very bullish for ACH. So those are my 3 crypto picks for the China narrative, more on the mid to high cap region there. But drop me a comment down below if you'd like me to do 3 coins in the China narrative that are very much low cap gems. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you in the next one, folks. Peace.